Every day, thousands of people pray about their finances, but see no change. They pray for debt relief. The bills keep coming. They pray for better income. Nothing happens. They pray for financial peace, but the anxiety stays. Here's the brutal truth. What if I told you prayer without action is just wishful thinking? But here's the flip side. Action without prayer is just exhausting hustle that leads to burnout. You need both. And when you combine them correctly, everything changes. Today, I'm going to show you 5 specific prayers that, when paired with intentional action, have transformed thousands of people's financial lives. These aren't magic formulas. They're not get-rich-quick schemes. They're biblical principles paired with practical steps that actually work. Let me show you the 5 prayers and the specific actions you need to take with each one. Prayer. Number 1. God, give me wisdom. The first prayer is simple. God, give me wisdom with money. For years, so many people wing it, spending without thinking, saving without strategy, stressing without solutions. The issue isn't a money problem. It's a knowledge problem. The Bible says in James chapter 1 verse 5, "If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God." But here's where most people stop. They pray for wisdom, then sit around waiting for it to magically download into their brain. That's not how it works. The action. You need to pair with this prayer. Start reading one personal finance book every month. The Total Money Makeover, Rich Dad Poor Dad, The Millionaire Next Door. Listen to finance podcasts during your commute. Watch YouTube videos about budgeting and investing. And you know what happens? God doesn't send wisdom through a burning bush. He sends it through people who've already figured out what you're struggling with. The wisdom is already out there. You just have to be humble enough to seek it. Within 3 months, you'll understand compound interest. You'll know the difference between good debt and bad debt. You'll be able to explain what an emergency fund is and why you need one. The prayer opens your heart. The action opens your mind. That combination changes everything. Prayer number 2. Help me be content. The second prayer is painful to pray. God, help me be content with what I have. Most people don't want to pray it because deep down, they know they aren't content. They're constantly comparing themselves to everyone around them. Their coworker's new car, their friend's vacation photos, the influencer's designer clothes. 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 6 says, "Godliness with contentment is great gain." Social media feeds a monster inside us, the lie that we aren't enough until we have more. And that lie is bankrupting people. The action you need to pair with this prayer: delete Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook for 90 days. Cold turkey. And start a daily gratitude practice. Every morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for: a roof over your head, food in your fridge, the ability to work. Here's what's shocking. Within the first month, spending drops by up to 75%. No temptation from ads, no comparing to anyone. People stop buying things to fill the emptiness that comparison creates. The prayer gives you the desire to change. The action removes the temptation, and contentment becomes your new normal. Prayer number 3. Show me opportunities. The third prayer is born out of desperation. God, show me opportunities I'm missing. So many people feel stuck. Their paycheck barely covers bills. They need more income, but they don't know where to start. They're convinced there are no opportunities for someone like them. Matthew chapter 7, verse 7 says, "Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find." But most people pray with their eyes closed, literally and figuratively. They're asking God to drop opportunities into their lap while they sit on the couch. The action you need to pair with this prayer: start actively looking. Make a list of your skills. even the ones you think are useless. Writing, video editing, organizing, teaching. Join freelance websites. Reach out to small businesses offering to help. Post on social media that you're available for side work. Say yes to opportunities that scare you. And within 6 months, people have built thriving side hustles making an extra $1,000 to $2,000 a month. But it doesn't fall from the sky. God opens your eyes, but you have to walk through the doors. The prayer shifts your perspective. The action creates the results. You can't expect God to do what He's given you the ability to do yourself. Prayer number 4, give me discipline. The fourth prayer is the hardest. God, give me the discipline to manage what you've given me. So many people are terrible with money, not because they don't know better, but because they have zero self-control. They create a budget on Sunday and break it by Tuesday. They promise themselves they won't eat out, then order takeout 3 times that week. Hebrews chapter 12 verse 11 says, "No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest." People need discipline, but discipline doesn't just appear because you prayed for it. The action. You need to pair with this prayer. Create a zero-based budget. Every single dollar has a name before the month starts. Rent, groceries, gas, savings, debt payoff, nothing is left to chance. Then automate everything you can. Savings transfer automatically on payday. Bills pay themselves. Set up accountability. Text a friend every Sunday with your spending from the week. And slowly, week by week, discipline becomes a habit. The budget isn't restrictive anymore. It's freeing. You know exactly where your money is going, and you're finally in control. The prayer gives you the strength to start. The systems give you the structure to continue. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's about creating systems that make it easier to do the right thing. Prayer number 5. Teach me generosity. The final prayer changes everything. God, teach me to be generous even when I'm scared. I'll be honest, most people don't want to give anything away when they're broke. They need every dollar. The thought of tithing or giving feels reckless and irresponsible. But Luke chapter 6 verse 38 says, "Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." There's this persistent nudge, this whisper, that people will never break the cycle of poverty until they break the cycle of selfishness. The action. You need to pair with this prayer. Start tithing 10% of every paycheck, even when it terrifies you, even when it doesn't make sense on paper. Give to your church. Help people in need. Buy groceries for a struggling family. And here's what happens. Every single time people give, something unexpected happens. They get a raise they weren't expecting. A client pays them early. Someone sends money out of nowhere. But more than the money coming back, something shifts inside. They stop operating from scarcity and start living from abundance. Generosity breaks the fear that has controlled them for years. The prayer changes your heart. The action proves God's faithfulness. And you learn that you can't outgive God, but you have to be willing to try. Let me recap the 5 prayers that can change your financial life. Prayer. Number 1. God, give me wisdom. Start reading finance books. Prayer number 2. Help me be content. Quit social media and practice gratitude. Prayer number 3. Show me opportunities. Actively look for side hustles. Prayer number 4. Give me discipline. Create a budget system with accountability. Prayer number 5. Teach me generosity. Start tithing and giving. Here's what thousands have learned. Faith without action is dead. And action without faith is exhausting. You need both. Pray the prayers. Then take the steps. God will meet you in the middle. So here's my question for you. Which of these 5 prayers do you need to pray today? And what's the first action you're going to pair with it? Drop it in the comments below. And if this video helped you, please like and subscribe for more Faith Nints Flow. Remember, your financial breakthrough isn't just coming through a miracle, it's coming through the prayer plus action. Let's walk this journey together. See you next time.